Welcome to Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store for you today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Buffalo Bulls. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Bulls will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Raging Cajuns offense takes the field for the first time today. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Raging Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Here's the handoff. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Bulls offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Comes out throwing on first down. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns in the hurry-up. Wide receiver shows motion. To the ground with the back. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Trying to get to it.
It's a little close, a little too close for comfort, but I'll tell you what, quarterbacks got to be aware, right? When they're taking shots or they're throwing the football close to their own end zone, got to know where they're at so they don't give up the safety. Good job by the quarterback. I'd like him to get rid of the football next time, but at least he didn't take the safety.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Trying play action. Getting some heat. He's going to take off. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll give it to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big...
Touchdown, Buffalo! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Raging Cajuns moving quickly to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll try to run for it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And They still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Dropping back, it's Royer. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On second down, wants to throw it. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter and Buffalo is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And the Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a man on the left. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. And the Bulls with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
He's open on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. Keeps it and gets to 1st down. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down.
And this is why offenses are so hard to stop. When you have such great playmakers at the quarterback spot, 3rd down, if people are covered, what can he do? Take off, scramble, and now set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo! The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. got it in the middle. It's Coates. Out across the... Down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
He'll try it again. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The Raging Cajuns want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Dropping back, it's Royer. Finds the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Fights off a defender. Just dismissing tackles. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. On this defense wants to bring some pressure. Snap in the shotgun. He'll throw it. He's got it. And he will score. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because they're deep.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And the defense snows. Game.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. So hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the Raging Cajuns headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets it out fast. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The Raging Cajuns decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
21, Louisiana, 7.
Out of the end zone. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
To the air, it's Warrior. Throws for the tight end. Got his man to the left. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Raging Cajuns getting set on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Got his man on the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. It's caught. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Personal foul. Unnecessary rough. Defense.
The decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Raging Cajuns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Easy. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Defense has to use a timeout, and this call will be big. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Louisiana.
And That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll call for the fair catch here. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Fires and picked off. That kind of play can... Not only on defense, but the great field position for the 0 and the 37. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw it. Complete, the clock is down to 9.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back. Throws a pick.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Unloads to the wideout. Downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cajuns.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette.
And the Raging Cajuns will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fair catch called for and made. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second.
Second down.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Burks. Got his man quickly. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
The Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gets it out quickly. Can anyone catch him? He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Wants to go up top. Dances away. He makes a grab. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Touchdown Bulls. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Buffalo, 28, Louisiana.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. The Raging Cajuns are in the hurry-up. Motion from the offense. Give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Wood. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Red pass, it's complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Using the quick. And he was just a couple of... from taking that one even further after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. To the air, it's Royer. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, going up top. Floating away. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Good, right down the boulevard. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to...
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Still looking on the move. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. Makes his connection. Turns it on in midfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Buffalo! For 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over the Coyotes. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Still on his feet at the 40. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Raging Cajuns will hustle to the line. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man, it's Royer. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Defense in press coverage. Pulls it and fires to the left. Ripping through the defense. Game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A 1st down run in the red zone. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Let's go. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And they'll come to the line and try to draw a little bit closer on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Royer. Quarterback extends the play. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajun. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly. Try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quarterback moving. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass, it's Burks. Coming after him. And the pressure gets to him. Quarterback. Wise coaches say a free safety can't play if he doesn't do what he's coached to do. He also can't play if he only does what he's coached to do. Instinct's there.
It's real good instinct. And you're right, Reese. If you always do the same thing over and over and you're a robot, people are going to read that. But you can tell a little bit of freestyling, but seeing it, going and getting the quarterback on the ground.
And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Looking to go up top on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
From the gun, running back on the move. Down to the 30-yard line where he stopped after a gain of 5, and that will be a first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Snags it over the middle. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Wants to throw on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Galladay. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Caught. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buffalo! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jess.
Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Burks. Finds his big tight end. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They run the reverse. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not good.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Great job by the freshman, kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll take a knee as they keep draining the time off that clock, now under a minute to go. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Looking for a crease to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today.